Prince William delivered a simple yet powerful message. Forearmed is forewarned. A reminder that preparation is the key to avoiding life's pitfalls. Speaking with students, he emphasized the importance of practical life skills, from understanding tenancy rights to managing independent living. Princess Catherine, though not present, is believed to strongly share this perspective, marking a quiet alignment that speaks volumes about how they aim to guide the next generation. At first glance, it looked like a quiet school visit by Prince William. But what unfolded on a breezy day in Bournemouth carried a message far more powerful than anyone expected, and one that Princess Catherine has been quietly supporting all along. Because this wasn't just about students. It was about the future. And how easily it can slip if no one prepares for it. During a visit to an outdoor learning camp with students from Bourne Academy, the Prince of Wales stepped away from formal speeches and did something far more revealing. He listened. Sitting among teenagers learning about tenancy rights, budgeting, and independent living, William focused on something often overlooked in traditional education: real life. And then came the line that quickly caught attention: forearmed is forewarned. But here's the thing. It didn't sound like a warning. It felt more like reassurance. William wasn't trying to scare these students about the future. He was doing the opposite. He was reframing preparation not as anxiety, but as protection. Not as fear, but as confidence. And honestly, that shift in tone? That's where this visit became something bigger. Because behind this conversation sits a much larger mission, his Homewards initiative. Launched in 2023, the goal is bold, almost impossible sounding. To make homelessness rare, brief, and unrepeated. But instead of focusing only on crisis response, William is clearly playing a longer game. He's starting earlier. In Bournemouth, that strategy came to life. Students weren't just sitting in classrooms, they were learning how to navigate real-world challenges. How to understand their rights. How to manage money. How to recognize risks before they turn into problems. And one student said something that really stuck: academic success alone isn't enough. You can have qualifications and still feel unprepared for life. That insight perfectly echoes William's own thinking. Because what leads to homelessness isn't usually one single moment, it's a chain of small gaps. Gaps in knowledge. Gaps in support. Gaps in confidence. And what Homewards is trying to do is quietly close those gaps before they widen. What made this visit even more interesting was how hands-on William seemed. He wasn't just observing, he was asking questions, engaging directly, and genuinely trying to understand whether these programs were actually making a difference. And that's where things take an even deeper turn. Because while Prince William was front and center in Bournemouth, there was another presence shaping this message, just more quietly. Princess Catherine. She wasn't there physically. But her influence? It was unmistakable. For years, the Princess of Wales has focused on early childhood development, pushing one core belief, that the earliest years of life shape everything that comes after. So when William talks about preparing teenagers before life becomes overwhelming, it aligns almost seamlessly with Catherine's philosophy. He's addressing the what young people need to know. She's been focusing on the when those foundations must begin. And together, it creates something much more powerful than two separate royal causes. A shared vision that says, if you want to change outcomes, you don't wait for problems to explode. You step in early. You build stronger foundations. You give people tools before they even realize they need them. That alignment is subtle, but incredibly important, because it suggests that behind the scenes, the Prince and Princess of Wales aren't just supporting individual causes. They're building a connected approach to long-term social change. And people are starting to notice. During the visit, there were the usual royal moments: crowds gathering, selfies, quick conversations. The real focus wasn't on William's presence. It was on his message. Prepare early. Understand real life. And don't wait for a crisis to learn how to survive one. William has often spoken about how his late mother, Princess Diana, shaped his understanding of homelessness. As a child, he accompanied her on visits to shelters, experiences that stayed with him long after. Not in big emotional speeches, but in the way he approaches the issue: with empathy, with consistency, and with a clear focus on dignity. That's what makes this moment resonate so strongly. because it reflects a shift in how the modern royal family operates. It's less about visibility and more about impact. William isn't just raising awareness, he's asking deeper questions. How do we prevent problems, not just respond to them? How do we redesign systems so fewer people fall through them? And when you place that alongside Princess Catherine's work, it paints a bigger picture, one centered on prevention, resilience, and opportunity. As the day in Bournemouth came to an end, the setting remained simple. Students packing up, conversations fading, the coastal breeze still in the air. Because what Prince William offered wasn't just advice, it was perspective. That knowledge isn't something to fear. It's something that protects you. And when that idea is reinforced by the quiet, consistent work of Princess Catherine, it becomes even more meaningful. So here's a question worth thinking about. Do you believe schools should focus more on real-life skills like this, not just academic success? Or is this something that should come from family and personal experience instead? I'd love to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more stories that go beyond the headlines and explore the deeper meaning behind the royal family's work, don't forget to like and subscribe.